हर MBA एस्पिरेंट अपने MBA इंटरव्यू के लिए स्ट्रेस्ड रहता है, चाहे उनके पास कितने ही अच्छे बी स्कूल के कॉल्स क्यों ना हो, चाहे आपकी आंखों में वो कितने ही रॉक स्टार और कितने ही बड़े अचीवर क्यों ना हो. I can tell you every MBA aspirant is stressed. I have been the MBA product head at Career Launcher, and each year I've interacted with hundreds of students. Now, if any aspirant comes to me and asks me that, sir, from your entire experience, if you have to give me one advice, अगर आपको कोई एक advice देनी हो तो वो क्या होगी? And वो advice जो वो एक advice है, which is actually a very big secret of cracking your MBA interviews, वो मैं आज आपको इस वीडियो में देने वाला हूँ. Hi, I'm Darpan Saxena, an MBA graduate from IIM Udaipur, and I help MBA students create the best career outcomes without depending on placements. वो एक सीक्रेट सूत्र जिससे आप अपना MBA इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन का गेम ड्रास्टिकली चेंज कर सकते हैं, वो है सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस. अगर आप सोचें, ये जो भी आप अपने MBA इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन के लिए जो कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, whether it is revising all the subjects of your UG, whether it is revising all the things you were able to do during your work experience, whether it is your general knowledge or whatever, क्या आपने कभी सोचा है कि आप ये करते क्यों हैं? It is not exactly because you want to prepare the answers for all of these for your MBA admission interviews. No, हो सकता है आपने GK बहुत सारा करा, मगर जब आप जाएं आपसे शायद GK के ऊपर सवाल ही ना हो. तो जब आपको ये श्योरिटी नहीं है कि सवाल क्या होंगे, फिर भी आप 10 चीजों के बारे में प्रिपेयर करते क्यों हैं? उसका जो आंसर है, अगर आप अपने जहन से पूछें उसका आंसर क्या है, उसका आंसर सिर्फ एक है, आप अपना सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस ही इंप्रूव करते हैं. Whenever you're studying about 10 different things, when you're preparing the answers for some important HR questions, effectively what you are doing is you are improving your self confidence. You want to feel good while walking into that interview room that, hey, yes, I have prepared for everything I think they can ask me. That's it. Because you don't know what they will ask you. Nobody knows what they will ask you. Yet you prepare it so that when you're walking into the room, you don't feel that, hey, I have not prepared well enough. Therefore, अगर आप समझे इस पूरे गेम को, MBA इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन के गेम को अगर आप समझे, सिर्फ एक चीज है, आपको चाहिए मैक्सिमम सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस. दैट्स इट. बिकॉज आप कभी भी कंप्लीटली प्रिपेयर नहीं कर सकते हैं. MBA इंटरव्यूज में कोई भी आंसर राइट या रॉन्ग नहीं होता है. कैट में आंसर्स राइट या रॉन्ग होते हैं. तो कैट के लिए आई विल नॉट से दैट, हे, कैट इज अ सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस गेम. वेल, इट इज ऑल्सो, बट नॉट एग्जैक्टली. बट इंटरव्यूज wherein there is absolutely no right answer for anything, there's absolutely no wrong answer for any damn thing. Therefore, in this, it's absolutely a self-confidence game. अब आपका सवाल ये होगा कि ठीक है, this is a very interesting idea, but इस self-confidence को improve कैसे कर सकते हैं for my upcoming MBA interviews? Well, I'll be sharing with you 3 things. मैं आपको 3 steps या 3 components हैं जिससे आप अपना self-confidence improve कर सकते हैं, and you will realize that whatever you are already doing for your interview prep, whether you have joined a personality program, whether you've joined any program, actually all of these things will fall into these 3 things which I will be saying to you. So let's go ahead and speak about the first thing. The first thing is a goal. Goal set करना बहुत जरूरी है, because तब आपको maximum self confidence आता है. क्या आप MBA सिर्फ एक MBA tag के लिए कर रहे हैं, या फिर आपका कुछ aspiration है, whether you want to become a prod man, whether you want to have some social impact, or whether you want to start a startup of your own. You need to be very clear with these things, because as soon as you get that clarity, suddenly that self-confidence goes up, and suddenly that self-confidence will start to show in the interview as well. It's very important. It's a game of perception. You could be somebody who knows absolutely zero, but the few things you know it so well that in itself is giving you this sense of confidence that yes, I'm a rock star. And that is why, irrespective of who you are, आपने बहुत अच्छा quality work experience क्यों ना हो, आपने अच्छे जगह से इंजीनियरिंग क्यों ना की हो सकता है आप इंटरव्यू में फेल हो जाएं just because of a simple reason कि आपको सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है, आपके पास वो कन्विक्शन नहीं है, whereas somebody else who knows half of what you know might crack it. So the first thing is set a goal for yourself. That's important, and for that I have a very simple framework for this. I'll quickly share my screen. It's a very important thing, a very simple thing which you have to understand. First of all, you need to know that where exactly you are, what have been your strengths, your achievements, what have been your skill set, and everything about you. It's very important to know you. Second thing is, where do you want to be? आप MBA के बाद जाना चाहते कहाँ पे हैं? What kind of a job role you want? What kind of a industry you want to be in? Whether you want to do a startup or what? Now, once you've cracked this A and B, basically what you will realize is that for you to go from A to B, there are always 2 ways. One is without MBA, which is usually indirect. It is longer, but you will reach there. there. And the second one is with MBA, which is much more direct and straightforward. Now this in itself will also give you the answer of why MBA, and once you can structure your why MBA answer in this fashion, then you will realize that your why MBA answer will also be very coherent, it will be very authentic, and you would feel a great sense of self-confidence. From there, the second thing which you can do, which you must do for your self-confidence, is to build an anchor story for yourself. Anchor story क्या है? Anchor story basically है वो कहानी जिसके अंदर सब कुछ है कि आप कौन है और आप कहां से आए हैं. Now when I'm saying आप कहां से आए हैं, I'm not saying कि आप किस शहर से आए हैं, नहीं, आप किन circumstances से आए हैं, आपके ड्रीम्स क्या रहे हैं, आपके स्ट्रगल्स क्या रहे हैं, all of those things. When you bring out the true you, that will actually bring out all the stories and the struggles which you faced, which define you, and that is the most authentic self. And remember, whenever you're the most authentic, that is when you will feel most sure about whatever you are saying. That is when you will feel most confident about everything you are saying. Usually we feel stressed out in the interviews because we think that we have to behave in a certain way. हमें एक certain candidate जैसा behave करना है. A candidate who's very proper, who's had no failures, who's always been an achiever. No. Build an anchor story which reflects whatever you have been, whether it has been absolute struggles, it has been achievements. Also, at times what happens is that certain things are so small, you think that they are not a big achievement, but they are big things which you can speak in the interview and you can change your life. I'll give you a very small example of this. There was an aspirant, and this is a real example. Let's say her name was Sanya and she was a CA. She had calls from I am Ahmedabad, I am Kozhikode, I am Lucknow and Indore. Now a few things about her. These two things. She had some good hobbies. Also one very interesting fact which I came to know while speaking to her, and she just spoke it as if it was hardly anything. Would you believe it that she was the sole bread earner of her family since the age of 18? Her family of 5, by the way. Now that's when I asked her to pause. I said, this is it. This is your anchor story. You need to bring it in your intro. आपको अपने intro में ये लेके आना होगा. Not only in your intro. All your other answers should reflect what kind of a person you are, because this defines the kind of person you are. You are a struggler, you are a person who's an achiever, you've come from struggles and you know your way, you are sure. So every answer of yours should reflect this attitude that yes, I am sure. Suddenly, even if you're not sure about something, just because you are a person who has earned everything for her family for the last 6 or 8 years, your answers will look more authentic and they will be more authentic. So these are some things which you need to highlight, because these are some things which make you much more authentic. They build your self-confidence. So even if you don't know 5 things in that interview, that will not be important, because they know what kind of a person you are. They'll be more impressed by the very fabric of you than a few things in GK which you may not know. That's that. And from there, the third thing which you need to prepare, which you really need to keep in your mind to boost your self-confidence, to crack your interviews, is profile. The first thing I said was goal. Second thing I said was your anchor story. The third thing is profile. It's a gap framework, GAP. Now profile is important because profile does the speaking on your behalf. Profile is basically a proof of whatever you are saying, whatever you have been able to achieve, whether it is any case competition, any positions of responsibility, anything which you created, any side hustle of yours, any internships, all of these come in your profile. Your profile will be the proof of whatever you are saying. So therefore, a very important thing is to go back and reflect on that. Okay, मेरे प्रोफाइल के लिए मैंने क्या क्या करा है आज तक, मेरे अचीवमेंट्स क्या है, या क्या क्या ऐसी छोटी छोटी एस्पेक्ट्स है जिससे मेरी प्रोफाइल बिल्ड हो सकती है. Now if you're somebody who feels that hey, I have not had many extra curricular achievements and my profile is not so strong for you, each week I conduct a live, so just scroll down, find the link and save your spot, because in that I will say to you, I'll explain to you that how in the next few weeks you can actually build a profile from scratch, because at the end of the day, a profile is just a proof of whatever you are saying. So say for example, if you go into your interview and you say that hey, I aspire for something in the field of finance, suppose, then does your profile show that कि हाँ आपका finance में है interest, क्या आपने finance के ऊपर 4 कुछ ऐसे काम करे हुए हैं जिससे आपका finance में interest सामने आता है या नहीं. So that is something which you can still do. So even if you feel that your profile is not good, you can do it now, because again, your profile is the proof, and when you have the proof of what you're saying, you will get the confidence. Broadly इस वीडियो में मेरा ऑब्जेक्टिव यही था आपको समझाने का कि do not complicate your interview prep at all. Simplify it, and if I were to simplify it for you from my experience, it's just one thing. Everything you're doing for your interview prep is actually for self-confidence. Therefore, let's just cut to the chase, improve your self-confidence, do the things which improve your self-confidence, and I'm sure you'll walk out of the interview room very happy, and obviously you'll be having the final admission offer to your dream P school. I hope you enjoyed this. Do not forget to like the video, share it, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.